What's going on, NPA fans? Links Forte here to bring you another episode of Coach Life. This week we have Kelly, aka Bottom of the Radar, with us.
Dang, bottom of the radar. Yep. Oh man,
bottom of the radar.
I was expecting some type of under the weather joke because that's all my comments are right now. Don't you mean under the radar? What's up, everybody?
So yeah, they're saying under the weather because you're always sick, or
yeah, because so in my last battle that went up against Sin, I was just like, yeah, guys, I feel really under the weather because I had a lot to drink the night before, so I was like, I was a little hungover, I'm not gonna lie, and I was like, I'm just not feeling good. I don't want to play, and yeah, it was a good time.
But you're always hungover. Well, for those that don't talk to you, don't know that. But.
Okay, so you see, what happened was I turned 21 and I just enjoy it too much.
Oh, aren't you like 22 now? Or 23?
Not until April, man, and then I turned 22.
Alright, so duly noted. Kelly's fully enjoying his year of being 21, and he has, at this point, another month and a half of being 21.
Yep. And then I'm going to be old.
Not at all. You're still like the youngest person in like the immediate circle.
Yeah, it's weird.
And even when he turns 21 or 22, sorry, he's going to go out drinking. I mean, even then, you're going to just go out drinking. So it's like, oh, he's 21. He's 22 now. It doesn't change.
Yep.
Anyway, other than you being sick over the weekend or, you know, whenever that went up, how are you feeling now? You better?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I got a lot of schoolwork I gotta buckle down on, but you know, schoolwork is dumb, and I never want to actually do it, so there's no point in doing it.
No one wants to do schoolwork, though.
Yeah, I had 3 exams in one day, and I wanted to actually chop myself in the face. Like it was pretty bad.
I don't miss those days at all. There have been times.
One was in legal ethics, so that was not fun.
No, I mean, I never took a legal ethics class, but I took a business law class, so it's roughly the same, and it was just, it's the worst.
Yep.
So how much longer do you have until you're finished?
So I have this semester, and then I'm done at this college, and then I'll have my associate's degree, and then I'm going to move on to another school where I have 2 more years there until I get my bachelor's degree, and then once I have my bachelor's degree, I have 3 more years at law school, and then I'm done. So, 5 more years, 5.5 years.
So what you're saying is, if I ever do something stupid, you're my lawyer.
I got you back.
Okay.
I got you back.
Okay, so do I just need to wait? Oh man, I can't talk. Do I just need to wait like 5 years?
I mean, you could do it now if you wanted to. I'm not going to advise you not to, because do what your heart wants, man. I'm not going to try to hold you back, but if you do, I can't protect you.
I need the protection, so I think I'll just wait.
It's always smart to have protection, kids.
Yes. That's in many different aspects that we're not going to talk about here because this is a quote-unquote kids-friendly show. There's no such thing as kids-friendly when me and Kelly talk.
We've been recording for less than 5 minutes, and we've been talking about alcohol, being hungover, and making sure you have protection. We're awful role models.
We are the worst. All right. But we talked about school, although we said we both hated school, so I mean... Take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Stay in school, kids.
Or not, whatever. Follow your dream.
Yeah, do what's right to you, basically, is what we're trying to say. Alright, so I've just lost all my train of thought.
You're welcome for that.
Yeah, this is what happens when anytime me and Kelly talk. We talk about stupid things and we just laugh for about a good 5 minutes before we start talking crap about each other.
Yeah, it's a lot more. It's honestly really fun whenever Kyle's in the call.
Yeah, too. It's a lot different.
Because then it just goes to a completely different direction.
But I feel like this conversation would turn even more left.
Oh my gosh, I don't think we'd be able to upload it to the channel.
Not
honestly.
at all.
I really don't.
I think people will see a different side of. Well, maybe you. They will see a different side of you. Maybe Kyle is more open on his channel with this kind of stuff.
So you see, like with my channel, I don't know, man. I feel like people don't watch me and they don't want to hear me talk about that type of stuff. Like they don't like they're not here to see me be a complete joke. Everybody comes to my channel being like, "Oh, this guy did draft league viabilities. He's really smart. He knows what he's doing." So if I'm stupid and I act stupid, they're like, "Well, why are you being so dumb?" I had a guy comment on one of my videos before, and he was like, "I didn't subscribe for you to be an idiot."
Was that one of the Showdown lives you did?
Yes.
But I mean, that's what this series is for, so you can see the real coach, not the one that they quote unquote portray on their channel, because you have to do it for the kids.
Yeah, the kids. That's why I do it, for the kids.
But no, speaking of your channel and the videos you're putting out, I know you're still like bogged down with school. I know you said you were planning, and I think this video went up on your channel, all the things you were planning, like TCG videos.
Yeah, so real talk though, I was planning on doing a crap ton of stuff on my channel. I planned on doing like TCG once a week, Showdown lives twice a week, a Wi-Fi battle, and then league stuff. And then after I bulk recorded like 10 videos ready to go up 2 weeks straight, I had videos set up. My advisor at school, she called me and she said, "Hi Kelly, I just want to let you know you only need one more class to graduate." And this was back whenever I thought I was only taking 12 credits. And I was like, or I'm sorry, 13 credits. I was like, "Excuse me, why do I need to take another class?" And she's like, "Well, you didn't sign up for it in time and the class is now full." I said, "I followed my advisor's rules." And she said, "This is what I needed to graduate. Why am I not going to graduate on time?" And then that turned into a whole thing of me needing to substitute that class for 2 more classes. So I'm from taking 13 credits to 20 credits overnight. And it was just unbelievably stupid. And it went from me being able to record and focus on the channel and make money off of the channel, which was cool, to doing literally nothing except for NPA.
Yeah, that's the issue with advisors. I've heard some people had great experiences with advisors, but me, myself, I never had a good experience. Maybe one, but I never had good experiences with advisors because they say, "Hey, this is what you need to, you know, be on track for your graduation." And then the next semester you go and see them, it's like, "Hey, you forgot to take this course, so now you need to take it before you could take this other course that we said you could take this semester."
Yeah, it's like why are you getting paid at all if you're not even realistically, they're called advisors and they're not even advising properly, so why are they even getting paid or called an advisor? And it's just really dumb.
Yeah, at this point, advisor is just a title that anyone can have. It's like I can go down the street to some guy at a mechanic shop who took a class at a community college.
Yeah, and they can advise you.
Yeah, because they say, "This is what I took during this class, and this is what you need to know," or whatever.
Yeah.
So people on the street are better advisors than the people who actually get paid to be advisors.
Yeah. And then the big problem is my school, they don't put courses up online that you're like, "Okay, I want to take a pre-law and I want to get a degree in pre-law. I need to take these classes." They don't put that online, so we have no idea unless we go to the advisor.
That's dumb.
Exactly. It's so unbelievably stupid. And then let's say you go to the advisor. I've had 3 advisors in 4 semesters. Completely dumb. And so if you go to your advisor and you're like, "Well, that class got substituted for 2 more, or for like a different class down the line because they're pretty similar," one advisor will be like, "No, that's not how it works at all. You still need to take this class. So I just took a useless class for no reason and paid for it because I pay out of pocket for all my college because I don't want to go in debt." But it's just like, so somewhere along the line, they're not communicating and they're not fully aware of what all other people in the department are doing. And I just dislike that personally.
Yeah, I really don't know what to say about it because the 3 that you had in 4 years, I probably had about that same, maybe a little bit more in the 4 or 5 years that I did. Yeah. None of them ever knew what was going on. There was actually a time when I took a class and that class was later dropped from the program entirely. And it no longer counted towards my degree. And I'm just like, why? The course was here. It should be some kind of grandfathered in system, but it's not.
Yeah. That's dumb.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the portion of where we complain about college education in the United States.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, the benefit of going to college is you can, quote unquote, make more money in the long run. depending on what you choose to go into. I mean, with you going into law, and I can say this because my sister is a lawyer, you have, I want to say, I don't want to say unlimited, but you have a lot of potential in different types of fields. Like you can technically go work for a corporation. You could go work for a city, a state.
You could even open up your own law firm.
Yeah. And you have a lot of options once you're done. So
that was the main reason why. That was the main reason why I switched over from law, because I was going for criminal justice and becoming a special victims investigator. But then I was like, that I can do one thing with that.
Yeah, it's basically you're working for a police department, or if you're qualified and maybe, I'm guessing, have some kind of recommendations, then you could work for maybe the government, like the country government, United States government. Couldn't get that out.
Yep.
But yeah, with you being a lawyer, and I hate to say this, man, but I dated a girl who is now a lawyer.
Dang.
That is the worst.
So you really downgraded whenever you let her go, didn't you?
That's another story, because this is about you.
Man.
It's because because my sister was a lawyer, I got to argue a lot with my sister. So
you didn't want to argue with your girlfriend.
Yeah, because you're a lawyer, you become a better arguer.
You argue everything,
right?
Like literally, even now, I'm noticing my girlfriend will be like, I really think that these French fries are way too salty. Well, did you know that actually, if you don't salt them enough, it doesn't flavor your palate? And I argue every little thing, and I hate myself for it. Like I want to punch myself.
And that's what it became. Like even now, her and I are still really good friends, and it's just like, well, she'll just bring up some random argument, just like, this is what we're doing. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Like, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yep.
So yeah, it's I've lived in that lifestyle for the last 10 plus years.
Yeah.
Oh man. So back to what you're planning on uploading for your channel when school is done, I guess. I'm guessing the summer is what the new plan is, or are you gonna try to do something for spring break?
Honestly, I'm hoping that starting March 18th, because that's when one of my classes actually ends, because it's a hybrid course, and my teacher was like, if you want to, we can cram the entire semester within the first half.
Yes.
And I'm like, yes, please, we'll do that. I'll take extra. I don't care. Do it, please. And so on the 18th, I'm going to have Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday mornings freed up. So I'm like, that gives me so much more time to do anything, really.
So we're looking at this point, we're looking at about, what, 3 weeks?
About 3 weeks or so, hopefully. But,
so look for more Kelly in about 3 weeks on his channel.
And I just spent, so I feel really embarrassed to admit this, but, so I think the trading card game is better than the video game. I'll admit that to anybody. But I just spent $300 on a video camera that I'm actually installing in my upstairs dining room, to where I can actually do like tabletop stuff too. So I'm really looking forward to doing that.
Yeah, I need more of that. Because I haven't played the card game since I was probably like 10. And I think that was around the time Yu-Gi-Oh became popular, so I switched over to that.
Yep, I'm telling you, the card game, whenever I first saw it, I was like, oh my god, how am I ever going to get used to this? But now, I go every single Wednesday night and play. Every single Saturday, I'm going to a league challenge or a league cup somewhere, and I've met some amazing people through it. And I think that's, like, the cool part of it. It's kind of just like Draft League. Like, you meet so many cool people that you never thought you would meet. Except I'm doing it like in real life, and I get to sit across from a table and talk to them.
And these are people you're probably seeing on, I guess, a weekly basis in most cases, right?
Yeah. Yep. I met up with the same guy at the same league challenge every single week. He's smacked me every single time, and it's really, really cool. So now every single time I sit down to him, I'm like, okay, let me draw my first 7. Okay, I scoop, and I quit. He's like, no, don't do that. Don't be a baby.
But are you learning anything from him? Because that's the whole point of everything.
Yeah, he's what's considered to be the best Greninja Break player in the entire tri-state area. So every single time I go to sit across from him, I'm like, okay, I need to watch what he's actually doing. But he's been playing the same deck for like 3 years now. He's been playing pretty much the exact same deck. So he's like, okay, I'm going to do this, this is your turn. Okay, then I'm going to do this, your turn. What are you doing?
What just happened?
How did I just lose in 2 turns?
But no, that's really good. You went from, well, I don't want to say you went from, but you started with the draft league on Wi-Fi, and now you're making that transition to the trading card game.
I'm trying to stay balanced in both because I love the video game. I love Draft League. I love custom EV spreads. I love using Pokemon like Linoon and making it do like a crap ton of work. That gives me the most satisfaction in the entire world.
So for those that don't know, tell them the story of Linoon.
So you see, what had happened was I took over King Bub's team in P4G after a really long scenario, and I was looking at the tier 5s, and I was like, wait a second. Linoon is that should let me pick up Linoon. And then it proceeded to get me 3 wins in that season. I picked it up in the XBL. It picked me up 4 wins in that season, and it went 15-1 before playoffs. And I picked it up in one other league that I can't remember, and it won me 2 other games there. So it's just won me an insane amount of games, and I think it's easily the best Pokemon in the format because it pressures and forces prep in so many different ways that people are just like, it's a Linoon, what all can it do? Well, it can one-shot a defensive Landorus after Stealth Rocks at +6, and there's nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah, that's kind of like the issue with Linoon, and I was looking at this like a couple weeks ago. Matter of fact, in one of my battles, I have to face Linoon this week, actually. And I was looking at it a while ago, and I was like, okay, Gluttony is a problem. The fact that it can basically just get to +6 for almost free unless you have something that's like Choice Bandit Stab, super effective move.
Yep.
Linoon is just annoying. And the fact that you made it your second mascot is annoying.
it can live in Adamant, Earthquake from Landorus after Stealth Rocks.
Jesus.
So you come in on Landorus, you take Stealth Rocks, it goes for Earthquake, you don't die, you get your Figgy Berry all the way back up, Belly Drum up, you're now at like 10%, but you have priority and you one-shot everything. Like, you need a Cheelon Berry. Like, that's the only thing that lives a hit from that thing, especially if you're smart and you wear a team down. That's why I love it.
I need to write this down. Cheelon Berry.
Cheelon Berry.
So yeah, you guys, that's how you beat Linoon and take it from the guy who's drafted Linoon in probably 7 of his last 8 leagues.
Yep, close to it. my front office, every time I'm like, Linoon is available, can I pick it up? They're like, no more Linoon.
Yeah, so I can't remember what week we are in the NPA.
We just finished week 3 at the time of them saying this.
Yeah, and then week 4 goes up. Okay, so I want to say this is the week that I don't remember who had Linoon, but they dropped it.
Crimson.
Yes, Crimson Seabad dropped Linoon.
And guess who I play this week? I play Crimson, and he has a Linoon.
So he still has it on his team for now.
Yeah, he still has it on his team.
So I just dropped spoilers. I apologize, you guys.
It's all right.
I apologize. You guys can just ignore that. But the fact, when I saw that, and I was just like, I'm just like watching the chat, waiting for Kelly to pick it up. Like, and it took you a couple of hours to actually see it. And I'm guessing you were doing schoolwork or at work or something. Yep. And I'm just like, where's Kelly? Like, why has no one in Kelly's front office told him that this thing is now available?
So I want to pick it up, but here's the issue with my team, right? I have 2 tier 3s. I have Celebi, and I have Vaporeon. If I drop either one of those 2 tier 3s, I have no walls.
Yeah, it puts
I have no walls at all. And I was like, I mean, I could probably play Hyper Offense the whole season, but I don't want to.
Yeah, coming from a guy who's currently using Hyper Offense, it's not my style, and it's very hard if it's not your style.
It's so hard to do because you have to be able to see, like, sometimes up to 10 turns ahead and be like, okay, I can go into this. If he plays a little differently around this, how can I respond to that? What can I sack off at the appropriate times? Once I sack it off at the appropriate time, I need something to just come in and clean up. Do I still have that available? No. Well, I'm screwed. And that's just a big problem with Hyper Offense.
Yeah. So it's like, if the other person gets set up, or if they have just a wall that you can't break, or if they have an unaware Pokemon, it's frustrating.
Yeah, Hyper Offense is hard to play. I don't know. I like bulky offense. Bulky offense is cool.
Yeah, bulky offense is fun. All right, so people are probably going to wonder, we're 20 minutes into this video, and I haven't asked you, I guess, the standard question.
Okay.
What got you into Draft League?
So, I got into Draft League actually whenever the GBA had its second season. So, I've been doing this for a long time.
That's about 5 years at this point?
Yeah, 4 to 5 years, something like that. And what got me into it originally is, I don't know if you know who X-Ray's Ovation is.
I don't.
He's a pretty prominent VGC player back in that time. And it was me, a guy named Ryan, and Juancito Marvel. We all knew each other, and we were like, well, let's try this draft league that the GBA is doing, but let's make it for doubles and see how that goes. And I was like, okay, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to draft my favorite Pokemon, and I'm going to draft every single one of them. And I think this is right around the time that X and Y just had Pokebank become legal. So I was like, well, my favorite Pokemon, they're all normal types, so I'm going to draft every single normal type that I possibly can. And I drafted every single normal type, and then I was like, well, I really need something that can kill other normal types. Let me draft a Keldeo with a bunch of normal types. so I literally had like Zangoose, Braviary, Diggersby, Blissey, Porygon 2. I had stupid Pokemon and a Keldeo. So, and then once I played doubles, I made it to playoffs of that season, and I was like, wow, maybe I'm actually not awful at this like I am at the rest of the things in my life. Maybe I could be good. And that's whenever the Lithio Battle Region became a thing, and I was in that for like 4 seasons. Moved up to PPL. So it pretty much all started from me just wanting to copy the GBA, but do it with doubles. And then I realized that singles was so much more fun than doubles.
Yeah, a lot less strategy for one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, hey, I like this set. I'm going to throw it here and then try and find something that I can build around or whatever.
Yeah, and back then, I had no idea what any Pokemon did, so I was facing, like, a Blastoise that had, like, Follow Me. I was like, what does Follow Me do? What?
And the weird things you can come up with in any doubles format.
Yeah, it was crazy. But I love the draft format. It gets a little stale sometimes, I will admit, but I think the problem that I've come forward is I never draft multiple of the same Pokemon over and over. Like, I'll do it a Pokemon I love, like Linoon and Celebi. I love those 2 Pokemon, so I'll draft them every single time, and I won't get bored with them. But, like, I would never draft Lando T 2 seasons in a row. I would never draft Thundy T 2 seasons in a row, just because it would get really, really stale and boring to prep with.
I think, well, I know a lot of people wouldn't, but some would say, unless they're forced to, like, if something different that they want to gets taken, it's kind of like, well, now I need to fill this type, and it's a mon from this tier. It's like, I'll take it. Yeah. And I don't mind it. Those are typically the best mons in draft too. Like, those are typically the ones that do the most work on your team. Like, the higher tier mons are supposed to be, you know, the best Pokemon, or I don't want to say the best Pokemon. It's the better Pokemon for your team, the one that may get a lot of kills, or the one that may just be really annoying for your opponent. Yeah. But me, I like my lower tier mons like Kecleon. You like your Linoon, which everyone has now bumped up to like tier 3. I think I actually saw one league have it at tier 2. Yeah. I mean, so I think tier 3 is a little too high for it. I'm not going to lie. Tier 4 probably. Yeah, I think tier 4 would be good. But in my defense, I had helping making the NPA tiers, and I was like, okay, people have talked me out of drafting Linoon. I'm not drafting it. I don't want anybody else to have it. Tier 3. Nobody's going to pick it at tier 3. So we can blame Kelly for 2 things. 1, it being in tier 3 in the NPA. Yep. And 2, for anybody even considering putting it above tier 4 or 5. Yep, pretty much. So any Linoon you ever see, blame Kelly. Yep, pretty much. And you can spam him on Twitter. Yeah, please do. Please do. Send me pictures of your Linoon wins. If you send me pictures of it, I would retweet it. I'd save it. I'd put it on my wall. Look at it. Just do like a battle. Yeah, if you guys do like any showdown battles, or if you record your Wi-Fi battles, Send it to Kelly. He may do like a compilation video one day.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
We call it Linoon the God.
I remember the best thing in the entire world. I was playing Dan, right?
And this is where it started.
I was playing Dan, and I noticed that Linoon just absolutely did the work. And I set up, and I was like, okay, I win. I hit player up against Umbreon. I win. And he goes into Moltres that has Flame Body. Dan didn't get Flame Body one time the entire season, except against my Linoon. It was the saddest moment of my entire life. I think that was probably the most upset that I've ever visually been in a video. I was like, no, come on!
But the sad thing about it, because I remember that battle, even the burned Linoon took out like half his team. Maybe it was like 4 Mons or something.
It still got 4 kills.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, we should boycott Kelly from ever drafting Linoon.
Yep. Another thing that's really funny is in the NPA, whenever we were drafting, I wanted Mega Aggron. Also, I still hate you for that, by the way. I still hate you.
Listen. Okay, so just tell them the story, and then I'll tell them what happened.
Okay, so you see, I wanted Mega Aggron, because Mega Aggron is one of the few things I knew I was going to have Lando Thundurus. I knew it. Mega Aggron is one of the few things that can take Life Orbed, Mamoswine's Earthquake, and it can take a +6 Stomping Tantrum from Linoon. So I don't have to worry about Linoon sweeping me. I don't have it. I don't have to care about it. And I have a reliable Stealth Rocker. And then your boy had to go and pick Mega Aggron freaking round 2 and screw up every single thing that I've ever wanted in my entire life.
Okay, so for those who are interested, I helped Swami build, and I helped him draft his team. I'm one of like 5 other people. And before the draft, Swami was like, there are 2 Pokemon I want for sure. I want Latios, and I want Mega Aggron. So, and Swami was in the middle. I think he had the 13th pick.
Yep.
And so we were just like, we don't know if Latios is going to make it to us. And once it did, we were just happy. And then he started saying, okay, I want these as well. I think Primarina was on the table. Mimikyu was on the table. And then things started going. And then we saw all these steel types being drafted. And we were just like, we all agreed. It was like, we need to take Mega Aggron. Otherwise, we will be screwed as far as a Mega is concerned, because our entire draft would change. So that's why he had to go Mega Aggron round 2. And then it just proceeded to screw Kelly's entire draft.
Yep. This was fun, man. I had fun with this.
All right, man. I may have a little bit of bad news for you, though.
What's up?
I wasn't recording this entire time.
Are you serious?
No, I'm just messing with you.
Thank you so much. I was like, are you kidding me?
It was like 30 minutes of recording, not.
Oh my god. I hate Lynx. I hate him. I hate him so much. You're so dumb.
Alright, man. So we're just going to end things up here. I know he needs to go study, maybe build his team for whatever league he's in. Kelly's in like 20 leagues at one time, so you never know what he's doing.
Yep.
Anyway, any last words for the people?
If you ever face a Linoon, run a Cheelon Berry. If you are not facing a Linoon, make sure you are the one using the Linoon. And, yeah, that's about it. I love Linoon. I'm going to be making a shirt. Buy my shirt.
All right, you guys, make sure you check out Kelly. His links are in the channel. And that's it for this week's episode of Coach Life. If you liked it, like, comment. If you aren't subscribed to the NPA channel, make sure you are. Again, go subscribe to Kelly, because he is one of the best people out there as far as EV is concerned. I watch his videos only for that. Don't care about the rest of them.
Thanks.
Anyway, we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Link's Forte. I'm out. Peace.
Bye.